justice right down the very bottom. That was intentional from him. He wants to get a good opportunity in race 2, but race 1 is what we will be heading to in just a couple of minutes of time. 5-car field, and it will be Charlie Devlin on that pole position. And Zane Quecker alongside him, two drivers who established themselves very well at the start of this campaign. As we head further down, you get the opportunity to see some creative liveries, lots of sponsors on board of these cars, and well, it's good to see that not only are they able to get their entry fees in, also they're able to get a little bit of help with it, because of course the more sponsors you get, the more money you're able to pour into it, and the more practice you'll get the opportunity to have. This is Charlie Kelso further down the field in the number 95. Interestingly enough, not the Lightning McQueen livery.
William Johnson, he's fighting away with effectively everybody around him. Will Johnson read the situation perfectly, up into second place. Fabulous work from Will. Will Johnson continuing to lead the race. William Johnson, Will Johnson.
No, Will Johnson.
As is Tom Justice, and the amount of him, especially with the time penalties that we've seen in the first 7 minutes of this session, has been mad. But that's what you expect of Carson Kuhn, especially for added to his time. He gets with this chicane, you want to get the run out of it, and you can see the amount of drivers already taking four wheels off of the circuit onto the curbing there, and that's just, you know, you push it a little bit too much, you get that warning. The more warnings you get, the more chance you have of a penalty. But Oliver Sweetman, 5-second penalty, that may well have cost him the opportunity to fight for that race win, and has opened up the door once again. Johnson and Slater, that's the fight for second place, and it is going to remain in behind and might open the door to Charlie Stapleton. There's a lot of opportunities here today for these drivers where, despite the fact they might quote-unquote lose a fight, that doesn't mean they're out of it just yet, because the likes of Jake Critchley, I mean, he saw the top four break away straight away in this race, and he just kept himself in there, kept himself consistent. Charlie Stapleton kept him honest, and now they find themselves back in the fight for fourth place just because of how hard the top four have fought so far. Well, it has been interesting to see how many drivers have picked up track limit warnings, considering that they've done over 100 laps in practice, some of which have done over 200 laps in practice, and I wouldn't be surprised if every single driver in this field picks up a 5-second penalty by the end of this race session. But hopefully they're able to clean their act up for race number 2, so we get the action on the circuit. It's not decided off of the circuit, and yeah, we will through in the end. James Sutton drops to the back, so one mistake has cost those drivers at the back, and it has really thrown them to the rear of this field. Jacob Ellis at the moment, the leader of the all-comers class, looking on the back of Charlie Stapleton. He doesn't worry about all of these drivers in terms of the championship standings, but in terms of the racing on track, why wouldn't you worry about them? Why wouldn't you try to make your way through as we tick over the halfway mark, and the aggression should heat up just that little bit. Ellis in the 24 on the back of Stapleton in the 27, and seeking an opportunity, but it's no doing just yet. I think, whilst I say the aggression should ramp up in the final 10 minutes of this race, I'm not sure that yet is the right call. 1 minute 22 per laps is what they're going to get the opportunity to do, as well, now Critchley in the foreground is going to be trying to get through on Slater, very close to the barrier in fact from Jacob Ellis, and Slater holds on to the position ahead of Critchley, who ruins his exit. He had to brake early, which ruined his run, and he may well pull 3 wide. Charlie Stapleton on the inside, and this is only going to end badly. Is it? Critchley is going to go onto the grass. Is he going to go through on the outside? Yes, he is, and Stapleton brakes later. Slater is going to get squeezed, and Ellis tried to take the opportunity, but span Charlie Stapleton and Jaden Slater around. So disappointing there to see those two who ran so very well suffering from something they're capable of. Well, they've done over 100 laps in practice. We are ticking over to lap number 6 here in this race, and Sean Duffy on the back of Charlie Kelso trying to get the run. Of course, this is 4th place in the all-comers class, getting squeezed by Kelso, who didn't change his line at all. He didn't open up the door for Sean Duffy, which of course he's not entitled to have to. But yeah, that's going to be Charlie Kelso holding on to 15th place. Duffy, I believe, would have felt as though he should have been let through, but Kelso just defending. There's nothing wrong with that. He didn't make any defensive manoeuvres at all. He just held his line, and now Sean Duffy on the exit of the final corner has been able to get the exit run through. 15th place is going to be his. 4th place in his class remains to be his. And Justice and Rhetoric are side by side, and Max Moron trying to involve himself in this fight as well. It's at the moment Justice that has the advantage. Jonty Rhetoric who backs out to Max Moron, who ends up in the middle of those two. It's difficult to be in the middle, I think, where you can take the opportunity and find your way through. You can take the opportunity and set yourself up well, but it requires the other two to be clean drivers, and that's what we've seen from Justice and Rhetoric, but not from James Sutton, who's gone round the 92. He's going to drop to likely the back of the field unless Turner's able to get. No, Turner has been able to get. They'll not be their own fault. We will see. It's not my decision to make. It's the steward's decision to make, but it did not look like a clean moment from them, and of course, the clerk and the course, the stewards will have conversations about it, and hopefully we will get our resurrection of that at the end. As James Sutton, more problems for him in the number 92. He remains in 25th place, and as Tom O'Farrell has said in the chat, our broadcast director for this evening, he's had to give up with the penalty notifications because there is just too many, which is why I haven't read any out. Slightly further down the field in 9th place.
William Johnson.
He really